How's it look?
More right.
How about now?
Still more right.
How about now?
Gotta go big right, man.
This is all I got. Are you sure it's not straight? That looks pretty good.
How are you not seeing the move right?
Strength right here.
Yeah? Why?
Dude, you gotta fix your seat before it ruins your posture.
Fine.
Hey, I'm Mike and welcome back to the Hangar Hideout. Now today I'm going to fix a problem that I think 90% of Corvettes have, and I'm ballsy statement, but I'm going to say that 100% of C5 Corvettes have this issue, and that's this. See that? It's like driving a roller coaster. I don't mind it too much, but it's time to do the fix. Like, listen. They all get broken. We all get out of the car like just a winded old man. Not calling you out of shape. I mean, like, look at me. I'm not in the best shape either. But how are you supposed to get out of these cars if you're not gonna, like, lean your body out? How are you supposed to, like, challenge? What do? How do I do this without the seat? You like the tuck and roll? You can't look cool trying to do it the right way. But it gets to a point where you're leaning on enough of the angle that, I mean, like I have no option but to drive leaning over here. And it just makes me farther away from my shifter. I mean, look at how off-center this is. Like, look at how off-center it is without me even sitting in it. Like, if I'm sitting, boom. Now, I know there's a lot of fixes you can do, because everyone has a problem with the rocking back and forth, but I don't really mind that. For me, I know that little flange bracket that holds the sides of the track together, the left one is definitely broken. I can tell you that, out even taking it apart. And that's what I'm gonna fix. I went ahead and bought one off eBay. I don't think you could do wrong. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be buying more of these in the future because that's just what you do with Corvettes. Because I'm not changing the way I got out of my car. Did you see how dumb I looked? I already have an uphill battle with my style. So we gotta start by getting this seat out of there. There's only 4 bolts and this thing comes loose. The front 2 are going to be covered by this plastic piece here. What the hell's this sock doing in here? Next 2, right here, right there. Now this will be a little tough to show, but you got 2 clips. We got to go ahead and disconnect them, and then you're going to want to pop out the connector from the railing. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver.
Well, I think I called it pretty well. And can you guess which one's the bad side? Pretty bad. So what we gotta do is we gotta take the tracks off so we could get, we could take this off. Once I realized there was no way to doing it with the track still on there, we took the seat cover off. All you do is untie that back left corner and then you could peel up all around. Next, we gotta take that plastic shroud off that houses the recliner. All you do is take a really thin screwdriver and poke it in the bottom there. All we're trying to do is push a middle clip off. It's hard to explain, but once you see what the clip looks like when I show ya, it'll make a lot more sense. Then we take out 2 screws and 1 electrical clip, and it just pops on right out. Well, now we got that stuff out of the way, we're gonna wanna focus our attention, that bolt right there. Since we undid this, it'll give us access to kind of roll this back so we could stick our extension back there. Don't forget the other side. It's literally the exact same thing. The next 2 bolts are kind of a pain in the ass. They're gonna be right down in here. Make sure your seat is all the way back. And then use your finger and kind of poke this away until you find it. Good luck. I could not do it from the top. So if you want to be like me, I found it easier just to lift up the cushion and get it down there. It's right back in the corner. You can't miss it. It would also be better if you have ratcheting wrenches. I don't. It's on the Christmas list. Santa, I've been a good boy. Once you do get all 4 bolts off, there's going to be about 3 electric connectors, and 2 of which are going to be hinged on the bottom of the seat. Pull those off, and then you'll be able to safely detach that seat. Well, here we have our problem child. As you can see, clearly broken in half. That's from years of just leaning on it, because it's the only way to get out of the Corvette. So we got to get this out and use our replacement. It's going to be 1 bolt with the Torx, a rivet you're going to grind out, sand out, drill it out, and then we got a pin that's holding it over here. Let's get at it, shall we? These are 2 screws that are going to let the piece that I do not know the name of out of the track. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drill this puppy out. I don't know exactly how big this rivet is, so let's just go ahead and start drilling away. That's the piece I didn't know the name of. Now I'm going to take a crack at this pin here, because now that we have this piece off, got to get this guy out as well. I don't know exactly how I'm going to get it out. I'll give it a go. This is the new bracket right here. So all we're gonna do is first put it on with the roll pin, and then we'll deal with the bolts. Just so you know, I did have to beat the hell out of it to make it go in. So if you think you're hitting it too hard, go even harder. Next, we have this bolt, which comes with the kit, and this goes where the previous rivet was. I found it super easy to just put it on the rail, slide it in, and there's plenty of holes on the bottom that helps you just push it right on up. And now we gotta slide this back in here. Make sure that flat side is pointed to the bottom, because we're gonna have to screw that back in. Now when putting this in, there's going to be an eyelet here on the other side that you need to make sure it goes into. I will try to show that to you. We got to line up these two holes with the bracket and drill them in. Well, the nice new bracket mounted up nice, and it's time to put the seat back together. Make sure while you're putting the seat back on, we keep all this stuff away. This was mounted on the bottom, and over there, when we have the little foam packs, the motors, whatever the hell they are, those do the same. They hook onto the bottom. We're gonna hook this puppy back up, and then this one's gonna go back up as well. While we're putting together, just make sure you pay attention to these connectors. We don't want to pin anything down. And this guy was zip tied right here, but I cut it. So we're gonna re-zip tie that. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this seat back together. I'm gonna start at the back, because if you remember, that was the pain in the ass. So I'm gonna tilt them up here, and then I'm going to do it the same way that I did when I took it off. Flip that around. Here goes nothing. Just get a couple of turns, just so it stays there, and then I'll get the other one. If I remember where I put that other nut. You are a nut. There it is. All right, round two. Point. Tighten her down a couple of times, and then we'll finish her up. That's what she said. I know going from the top is technically easier. This was just easier for me. I couldn't find it from the top. Options are never a bad idea. Alrighty. Slap this puppy right back up here. And then I'll move this one over. So, get this old girl pulled back down. Now, before we set her down, make sure we have all these connectors out of the way. This one is going to end up going out there, so we'll put it there now. These guys are going to connect to what's in the car. Ready? All right, let's let her rip, Tater Chip. All right, let's get this stuff all buttoned back up. Plug her in, plug her in. All right, I'm gonna go from the front first. Make sure she works. Cool beans. Well, that was it. Not too crazy. You just have to remember what you did, or watch the video of you doing it so you remember what you did. Well, why don't we throw this puppy back in the car? Here is the test. Hell yeah. I gotta move back to where I was though. Ugh. The real test. All right, and now for the real test. Bingo. Well, that's all we got for you here today. Thanks for coming along as I fix my seat. Now, I know it seems minuscule in the grand scheme of going to the nines, but when you're going down the drag strip and you're kind of leaning back, that would have been so annoying. Plus, I think about 90% of you probably have this problem if you have a C5 Corvette. Because let's face it, I'm not going to change the way I get out of the car. You saw me. I look ridiculous. I want to thank you guys for making it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Super appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And of course, I want to thank you guys. Bye now. Gotta go more right, man.